Now on NewsdayTV, a mid-air scare caught on camera. What we're learning about the plane that made an emergency landing on the Southern State Parkway. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jasmine Anderson. Right now, federal investigators are searching for what caused the plane to go down as we hear recorded cockpit radio transmissions just before it landed.
667 got an engine failure, putting it down the highway. 667, roger.
The single-engine Piper Cherokee made an emergency landing just before noon yesterday on the Southern State Parkway in East Farmingdale. Police say it was returning to nearby Republic Airport. FlightAware shows the plane flew in circles numerous times before eventually heading back toward Republic. The two occupants, who have not yet been identified, were taken to the hospital for evaluation.
We will interview them and work with our partners in the NTSB and FAA to determine the cause of this collision.
State police said the landing is under investigation, but the plane appeared to have an oil leak after an initial evaluation. Happening today, a Hempstead woman is expected to be sentenced for killing an NYPD detective from Long Island. Jessica Beauvais is facing up to 20 years in prison today. Prosecutors say she was driving drunk with a suspended license when she hit and killed Detective Anastasio Sakos of East Northport. The father of two was manning a roadblock on the LIE in Queens when it happened back in 2021. The state attorney general's office has launched an investigation into the deadly police shooting in Bayshore. A Suffolk police officer shot and killed Tyquell Woodson Saturday. Police say Woodson charged at officers with a knife and stabbed one of them several times before he was shot. A farmland fight continues on the North Fork tonight. Opponents of the planned expansion of Riverhead Charter School plan to bring up the proposal at a town board meeting. The school wants to build a new high school on Sound Avenue. Residents in neighboring Aquabog say the facility would negatively impact rural vistas, traffic, and quality of life. The project can only be built with a special permit from the town since the property is an agricultural protection zoning district. Employees at two more Long Island Starbucks locations are pushing to unionize. Baristas in Garden City and Old Westbury submitted signed union cards to the National Labor Relations Board yesterday. They joined workers in 14 states in the coordinating push for unionization. Workers at 5 other local Starbucks have all voted to unionize. Over the last 2 years, the coffee chain has not finalized a contract with any of the unionized shops, but says it aims to negotiate contracts this year.
Newsday Sports is brought to you by King O'Rourke Automotive Group.
Sports now. The Nets hope their new interim coach can provide a spark for a play-in tournament push. Evan Barnes reports.
We're here at the Nets practice facility where General Manager Sean Marks just spoke to us about the decision to fire Coach Doc Vaughn. Obviously, a lot went into that, but the main thing is the Nets needed to show better effort. And with 28 games left until the playoffs, that effort needs to pick up immediately. And so that will be the task for interim head coach Kevin Ollie to come in. Obviously, he has experience as a head coach at UConn at Overtime Elite. Now he's charged with getting the Nets into the play-in tournament, which they are 2 games out of it right now behind the Atlanta Hawks.
I'm excited for this opportunity. We got 28 games, 55 days, and I put that on the board with the guys, and just excited. You got peace, you got joy. You know you're going to go in and give it your all and give it your best. And I just want to make sure the community knows that we're going to be prepared as a coaching staff. We're going to be prepared as players to give it our all, and it's something they can be proud of.
Time will tell what happens, but a lot needs to change, and a lot needs to change right now for the Nets to get the season back. I'm Evan Barnes, your Nets beat reporter for Newsday.
Evan, thank you. Read more about the Nets on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Meanwhile, on the ice, the Rangers have extended their winning streak to 8 games.
Heiskanen, good pass. Wyatt Johnston moves in and shoots. Oh! How about that close save? A beauty by Igor Shesterkin.
Goalie Igor Shesterkin was fantastic last night. He made 41 saves, leading the Blue Shirts to a 3-1 win over the Central Division leading Dallas Stars. The Rangers increased their lead in the Metropolitan Division to 6 points. Well done. Well, Beyonce making music history.
This ain't Texas. Ain't
Their country single, Texas Hold'em, debuted at #1 on Billboard's Hot Country Songs chart. Beyonce is the first black woman to reach #1 on that chart. The Queen Bee also became the only other solo woman alongside Taylor Swift to achieve the feat with no accompanying artist, according to Billboard.
I'm so excited for the summer.
We're all out here because we all are big dreamers.
They can show you who you can.
The restaurant reality show Serving the Hamptons is back for a second course. Set at Southampton's 75 Main, the show moved from Discovery Plus and is now streaming on the sister service, Max. It's back after a 2-year hiatus. Checking out your hyperlocal Wednesday weather, partly cloudy today, highs in the upper 30s. Tonight, lows in the 20s. Tomorrow, we warm up a bit with highs around 41. And here's a look at your futurecast. There is rain on the way beginning tomorrow evening, but it should clear out Friday afternoon, just in time for your weekend. A look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Home Tax Saver, PTRC Incorporated.
The mother of a Long Island teen who died after being hit by a police car is keeping his memory alive through soccer. It's a story you'll see only in Newsday.
His life was robbed, taken. That day he left around 4:30 p.m. or 4:30 p.m. to go play football. And as usually they went to 7-Eleven, which is on the same side over there, the east side. You know, had a little something to eat and then was coming home on time.
After I found out what happened, I just came here to support his mom, and I checked on her every day. I called her.
Claudia, she had a great idea to make a soccer team in memory of Anthony.
All right, you're gonna come here with the ball, go like that, pass it, and then the other one goes, do the same thing or any?
One thing we all knew he loved was soccer. So basically, we got all of Anthony's friends together, those who played before, those who haven't. We got them together, and this is just how it turned out.
The plan is to keep him with us, to keep the kids. They lost a friend. They lost a, just like I lost a son, they lost a friend, a pal.
It's sad, but you know he's still here in memory, so it's okay to keep going.
It's definitely an honor because, all of us, we really miss Anthony, and we're really all doing this for Anthony.
Making sure that no one forgets him, going around playing places, uniting people.
That's how he's gonna live long, in the hearts of these kids, in my heart, and many hearts he touched.
Read more about Anthony and the soccer games on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Who's the best president in history? The only president to call Long Island his permanent home has secured his place in the top tier, according to a new poll. Steve Langford reports.
It is something Long Islanders could argue about all day long. The 2024 Presidential Greatness Project Expert Survey, ranking all 45 presidents from best to worst, based on the judgment of 154 scholars and social science experts in presidential politics. The best president ever? Abraham Lincoln. Number 2 is FDR. 3 is Washington. 4 is Teddy Roosevelt. And Jefferson is number 5.
Why don't they have Reagan in there? I liked him.
Reagan is rated number 16, behind Obama at number 7, Kennedy at number 10, and Biden at number 14.
I don't see how Obama and Biden are rated that high.
In Oyster Bay, the president who spent summers here at Sagamore Hill is by and large the hometown favorite.
In Oyster Bay, he should be number 1.
Outside Teddy's Pub, NewsdayTV spoke to locals who had a thing or two to say about who the scholars ranked last in their survey of 45 presidents.
Who was number 45?
Last place is Donald Trump.
Oh, God. Well.
Yeah, that's absurd.
Across the street at Theodore's Books, where there's a whole table devoted to TR right when you walk in, a staffer agrees with how the scholars rated FDR ahead of his distant cousin.
I would go with FDR, even though I work in a store called Theodore's Books. Sorry to Teddy.
As far as President Trump's last place ranking, he has a chance to improve on that if he wins in November. Steve Langford for NewsdayTV.
Read more about the presidential poll on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the NewsdayTV video box.
Working in journalism, I think you experience the world in a really different way than people in other professions do. I find it very satisfying to learn about things and get to tell other people about them.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Thank you so much for watching. We'll leave you with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast.